Welcome to Monkey See,
Monkey Review.
where this week we're going to be covering Star Wars Episode 13 of the Bad Batch, Infested.
That's right.
So,
Time out.
fine.
Spoiler alert. If you've not watched this episode, please go watch it and then come back and we'll talk about it.
You done now?
Yeah, I guess.
He loves doing that to me. Yeah. So, anyways, what do you think about this episode?
I liked it. It was not where I was expecting we were going to go next.
Right.
But I liked it still. It was a good episode.
Yeah, it was a good episode. It was a solid episode. But after what we had last week with them telling Crosshairs, hey, hunt them down, you're just like, okay, we're about to move into some really good stuff. Which makes me really think the last 3 episodes are probably going to be a 3-episode arc.
Yeah.
Kind of the way they did the first episode, where it's technically breaking down by the minutes. It could have been a 3-episode arc. Mm-hmm. I think that's where we're heading. But still, it threw me. I was very surprised.
And it was a time jump too, right?
Yeah, so we've had some time in between the last episode and this episode because they've had time to do another mission. They're on their way back from this mission, and they're just like, Sid's got to start telling us all this stuff. She's holding information back.
And
so,
Tech's like, well, not the first time. She
No.
hasn't given us all the information. You know, right?
I mean, y'all should be expecting this by now. I mean, truthfully, she's in Trandoshan. Don't trust them.
Nope.
You know. So, anyways, so the story starts off. They're coming back from this mission, and they're just like, okay, blah blah blah. They go back to Sid's, little dive bar, and she's just not there. But it's overran with all these other dudes that are, they're all in the same uniform and same, look like hired hands. Mm-hmm. So they're just like, okay, where's Sid? So they go back to the room. Sid's not there. They find out Sid's been kicked out.
Well, she's just gone, right?
Yeah.
So then that's the question: is what happened to her?
She's out.
She's out.
Yes.
She's out. So does that mean
Omega's like, well, what does that mean?
Either she's been kicked out or she's dead.
Right, or taken out.
Taken out, yeah.
I love how Tech is just like so nonchalant, like, well, that obviously means that she is either out or has been taken out. I'm just like, bro, like, no chill on that. Just go straight for the turn around, like literally next second, she's like, well, we've got to save her. And then Sid pops off of the Bad Batch's ship and says, well, at least nice to see one of y'all is worried about me. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there you go. So that was this week's episode. No, for real. I mean, but it wasn't a whole lot to this episode to it.
No,
it was a normal bust in, heist, get out kind of story.
That goes wrong, and you have to go in and bust back in.
You have to bust back in. You have to. Yeah. So they go in to get this. They find out that this new dude, Roland, is decided he's going to take over Sid's turf, and they're just like, okay, we got to fix that. And so they go into, he has a deal going on with the Pikes, which are a major smuggling and drug running kind of force in the universe.
And you don't mess with them either.
No, you don't mess with the Pikes. Do not mess with the Pikes. Yeah. Like, they were working for Crimson Dawn, which also was working for Darth Maul.
The man right there.
Dude, right?
Loves them all.
I need a series for just Darth Maul, but that's just me. Yeah. One day. Yeah. One day. So they move on. They find out that he's holding all this spice for the Pikes, and then they're like, okay, well, if we go in, we steal the spice, the Pikes will think he's done something with it, take him out. Our hands are clean. We don't have to do nothing else.
We're going to go in stealth. And Wrecker's like, why do we have to go this way? Why don't we just go in there and take these guys out? We can take them. Yeah, but we don't get on the wrong side of the Pikes. Right. We got to go in stealth.
Exactly.
And nothing ever goes according to plan.
Never.
Right.
For them to be an elite team, they don't ever have any kind of plan that goes to standards.
Adapt. Right. They adapt to it. Which just wasn't really their plan, and they're just following Sid orders, which she jumps right in, and it's like, hey, let's go.
Yeah. So Sid apparently has got a little muscle. She can do a few things. She can handle this. Yep. They go in, they steal the spice. On their way out, they kind of get caught stealing the spice. Then they drop the spice in this nest of Irlings. IRLING is what they're called. Yeah, it's Erlings.
Yeah, which they would have gotten away with it had it not been for her little lackeys that she set up, right? So it wasn't really their fault.
No.
Because they got away, and all the ones that came after them, they died.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So Pikes show up.
Nice.
Huh?
The plan was nice.
The
and
plan
it worked
was great.
until
I mean, you got to have people you can trust to actually get the job done, and that was the problem. You hired a couple of dudes out of your bar to kind of help make this thing happen, and they did their part.
Yeah, they
but
did their part.
They got caught.
Fumbled a little bit at the end.
Just dropped the ball.
Yeah, Pikes show up, come in, do exactly what Sid thought they were going to do. Kill everybody, going to take him back and show you the meaning of pain, basically.
And the problem is, Sid and them come in a little too early. They thought they would probably be gone. Walk in, the Pikes are like, oh.
So this is the one I was telling you about.
Are the ones who have our spice. Tell you what, you give us our spice, and we won't kill the little one.
Yeah, and the Bad Batch go to like, no, you're not
Everybody.
Sid's like, whoa, guys, y'all don't know who you're dealing with.
Right.
Let's back it up.
You don't want to do this with the Pikes.
No. And Hunter quickly jumps in. All right, we know where your spice is at.
Right.
We'll go get it.
Yeah.
And then Sid again, jumping in.
Yeah.
Going down there. Yeah. Getting the spice with Wrecker.
Yeah.
She's a little pansy, apparently.
Well, he doesn't like heights. Remember? That's his thing.
It's hilarious.
Oh, man.
Those are creatures, too.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
The Earlings, they were pretty funky looking, bro.
Yeah. Going to town, too.
Right. I mean, they just swarmed and people just moved.
Yeah.
So it makes sense why they abandoned the mines.
Yeah, for sure.
Crazy episode. Long story short, they get the spice, they deliver it back to the Pikes. The Pikes take Roland, and they pretty much are like talking like they're about to just like take him out.
And then Omega's like, whoa.
Yeah, and Omega's like, no, don't do that. And Sid even jumps in on her side like, hey, yeah, you do that, and you're going to have a whole crime war going with his mom, who is a pretty formidable crime boss herself.
Yeah, she takes what she wants. Like, that's the family motto, and she's perfected it, right?
Yeah.
And that's why her son's trying to take over his own territory, but trying to live by his mom's influence. And
yeah, I said to Duran, like, she is no joke. Like, she's just like, no. I take what I want, and that's it.
Yeah.
So they chop his horn off. You know, he's a Deveronian, so he has protruding horns from his head. Mm-hmm. Chop off one of the horns, send him back to his mom, pretty much.
Which is interesting because, after that, Omega's like, standing up for him, whatever. And the Hunter's like, well, why did you do that? Well, didn't seem like he was that bad of a guy, and getting a bad situation. But.
Right. I really feel like a lot of what we're seeing right now is, especially with the last two episodes with the Twi'leks and, Hera and the Syndulas and all of them, we're seeing Omega be the one who actually kind of like creates all these bonds, really similar to what we saw in Rebels with Ezra, thank you.
Yeah.
With Ezra, like he made all these bonds with all these people, and
because at the end of the series, he calls them the favors, and then like, I will do anything for that kid.
Right, exactly.
Hondo,
and I
would do anything.
Yeah,
for that
which
kid.
Makes me wonder if we're going to see Hondo anytime soon in this series.
Man.
Like,
love him.
We've got to get Hondo. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't care if he's just like in the back at a market. Just give me Hondo in the background somewhere.
Well, I think they may cross paths, right? Because they're kind of same realm.
Yeah, they're in the same business terrain.
Yeah, so they may cross paths at some point.
I think we're definitely going to get that in season 2.
Yeah.
I think season 1 has definitely been a very cameo-heavy season.
Yes. It's the tie-in to everything season, right?
Like, here's all these connections. Here's all these people.
Which is awesome because
I loved it.
You really can continue that, right?
Right.
There's a lot of stories that they can still tie into within this time period.
Absolutely.
So,
but I really, overall, this episode was good. To me, it didn't move the dial. It didn't really set up anything. Only thing I could see is potentially her now have been so nice to Roland. He goes back and kind of mentions it to his mom. So they need a favor. Could be one of those. I see that.
They may run into some trouble down the road and then run into them.
Exactly.
It could be. And then Sid, in their debt a little bit more now.
Yes.
She threatened him like, I've been really good about keeping secrets. So y'all going to help me out.
I love text. Is she threatening us?
Good job, boy. Goggles.
Way to go, Goggles.
Goggles, yeah. That's hilarious.
So I'm interested to see where I'm really hoping the next 3 episodes are going to be an overall episode arc.
It's got to be because, if we have a big time jump at this point, Crosshair's out there looking for him at this point, right?
Yes.
So has he already found him?
Right.
Right. So next episode, I'm hoping that we start out with we're following him maybe for a little bit of time frame and then on the hunt, but not answering that right now. So I hope the next episode, we're following Crosshairs for the hunt, right?
I think so. I think we're gonna get. I really want to see more Crosshairs in the next 3 episodes.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like we have to have.
Because we haven't seen the Camino.
Yeah, the Caminoans.
Caminionians.
Whatever they are.
Those guys in a while, right?
The big fish-eyed guys.
Yeah, those guys. So we haven't seen the cloners.
The cloners.
Yeah, the cloners. We haven't seen the cloners in a while, so I'm expecting that we'll probably see them again at some point. Maybe this year. Caminoans. There we go. That's it.
I'm sitting here going through my data banks like, okay, how do you pronounce this species?
Yeah. So I'm expecting that we'll see them at some point, right?
Yeah. I'm expecting at the end of this next episode, episode 14, I'm expecting Crosshairs to be heavily involved. We see him organizing something to really take them out. I think he's tracked them down. I think we could probably see an entire invasion come to the planet they're on at Sid's.
I could see that because you already said at one point you'll need more than just my crew.
Right.
Right. You're going to need a lot more.
Yeah.
Because he knows what they're capable of.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And they're one to take them alive now, too.
Yes. So that's interesting. So season 2 could be crazy.
I think so.
I think we're going to end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get a nice bow on this.
No.
I think we're going to end on a cliffhanger this season. Whether someone got shot.
Yeah.
Somebody possibly got shot.
Yeah.
Omega gets taken.
I think they end the season, though. I would. Oh, it's so hard because Dave Filoni, man, like he's thrown his curveball after curveball this whole season.
Mm-hmm.
I think we will see them. I want to say we're going to lose one of the Bad Batch. We're going to lose one of the 4 we have left, and they're going to take Omega off planet, and that's how they're going to end the season.
I just don't know if they're going to kill somebody off yet.
We're going to lose Goggles. We're going to lose Tech, or we're going to lose Echo.
I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. We got 3 more episodes.
I think you may end it with someone getting shot, where they think they're dead or something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that they're going to kill them off yet, or they can be very critical.
Yeah.
Right. Touch and go.
Possibly.
Yeah. Which may be where Rex comes back in.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be great.
Yeah.
I think that would be great. I think we're definitely going to get Rex again before the end of the season, though.
We're going to have to because we see what happened with the last episode with the clones, kind of the ones that we feel like the inhibitor chip hasn't taken effect on.
Yeah.
That someone's have to go in there and save them and pull them out
Yeah.
of their environment, right? Because the Empire is just going to either activate the chips or kill them.
Absolutely. Plus, Rex is super well known. Like he's the celebrity clone, honestly. From what I can tell from just watching Clone Wars and everything else that we've seen, he's the one who can kind of step in and say, "Hey, look, I was under General Skywalker. I was under all this.
I was in all the big battles.
In the middle of all of it,
and I survived it.
I survived it. We're being used, and I think if anybody has the clout to be able to bring that over, any clones over, it'll be him." And I think season 2, we could wind up seeing the full rebellion of the clones.
That'd be awesome.
I think that would be clones against clones.
Yeah.
I think that would be an incredible story.
Mm-hmm.
But, that makes it, where do you find a base big enough for all the clones?
I don't know.
We're going to have a new base of operation in season 2.
Yeah.
Putting money on it. So, anyways, what would you rate this episode?
3.5?
3.5? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 2.5. It was a good episode, but it didn't move anything for me. Didn't make me just like really excited. I was like, okay, that was solid.
It was just a good filler episode. It was fun. Had some action in it.
Absolutely.
And then a little bit of storytelling and character development with Omega and things like that. So I thought it was good.
Yeah.
And Sid, seeing some of her depth as a character too, where she's not just the
bossy
caller.
barmaid. Yeah.
She'll actually get her hands dirty when she needs to, right? She's capable. So don't cross me because this was my plan and it worked beautifully. Had my people done their part 100%. This guy would be dead. Yeah. And then I had my bar back with, no sweat off my back. And then ultimately would have had the spice back too, right? Yeah. And then, hey, you want some spice? I'll sell it to you.
Right. Yeah. I think she was positioning herself to potentially have that spice too. And then when they dropped it, she's just like, well, Plan B.
Yep. Yep.
So, like I said, good solid episode, filler episode. If there's been a filler episode this whole season, this was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, any final comments? Any thoughts?
No, that's it.
Any expectations for the next 3 episodes? What do you want to see?
I want to see Crosshair come in like a boss.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I'd love to see them kidnap him and deactivate that chip.
Yes. I would love to. And that, right on. Like, right on, man. I'm 100% there with you. I want them if we need him on this side.
Yeah, maybe. But see, I love villains. And Crosshair makes a great villain because he's kind of like been borderline the entire time, right?
But is he really the villain when he doesn't have a say-so?
Well,
He's
that's
the victim.
Yeah, but I think he has more control now than he did before.
I think so,
I think that the Admiral is realizing the potential
Yes.
of the enhanced clones, and I think he's going to let the dog off the leash.
Yes.
And okay, you've been telling me you're going to need more resources. Okay, what do you need? Go get them.
Right.
So
I'm excited. I'm really ready to see where we're going. But all right. So that's it this week from Monkey C.
Monkey Review.
Do us a favor. Leave a like.
Subscribe.
Share, comment, and guess what? We will see y'all next week.
Bye, guys.